Click to include audio.
What kind of a mount would an undead fisherman ride?
A bony one.
Hey, you guys, this is Flower Child 5, 6, 7.
Hey, this is Stretch 002.
This is Lords of Acid. Duh. You should just call me Lawrence.
We are here. What are we doing?
We're doing an expose of the Witch's Coven Cottage.
It's what?
Called it an expose. I mean, we're going to show you what it looks like, decorated, and then what it looks like decorated when it doesn't look like itself at all.
That is true. So you know how I do a weekly There's No Place Like Home? That's what this is this week. We're doing this special. And we decided on doing the Exorcised Coven Cottage, kind of in honor of Halloween, or some of you say Samhain. And yeah, because it's the hag's place, right? It's the witch's place. Are you guys hags or witches?
I am neither. I'm a Khajiit.
I'm definitely a witch.
Are you a witch? Well, I think I'm a witch. I'm going to say I'm a witch because I'm dressed like a witch. I'm dressed like Wicked. Like Wicked.
And what is the difference between a witch and a hag?
Well, a hag is age. A hag is age related. It's an old haggy woman.
Is it like an old witch? Is that a hag? Like an old witch who's like... I feel like a hag's got like a bad attitude and is like dealing with potions and stuff. Like, I'm going to get you and drink this.
I don't know. Witches deal with potions too.
That's true.
And spells and all that good stuff. So I'm just taking a look here to see what's going on with... And I think we're all set up. So, all right, here we are. We're standing in... I'm going to show you everyone the map. We are on the map of Glen Umbra in Elderscrolls Online, of course. And you can see where we're standing. We're standing right here. See at the Exorcised Coven Cottage. And this is a house that you can only get once a year, and it's sold at this time of year because it's Halloween time. And I'm taking you to the store so you can see right there, Exorcised Coven Cottage. It's really cheap. I think this is a really inexpensive property. It's only 35.
Agreed.
Yeah, right. It's only 3,500 gold crown. No, what is it? Crowns. Just crowns.
Crowns, yeah.
Yeah. And the cool thing is that at this time of the year, they do offer some fun little packs, furnishing packs, like Haunted Housewares or the Witch's Coven pack, and some music boxes. I, by the way, have both of these. You're going to hear the Witch Mother's bubbling brew inside when we take a look at it. And yeah, there you have it. So I would say... you know, if you're thinking about having a place in Glen Umbra, this is the place. And let me show you something. I'm gonna zoom in. This is where it is, right? Wait, where are we? Right here. This is where it is. And right around the corner is a way shrine. And I'm gonna tell you, Hagfin Way Shrine doesn't get used all that often. And it's just a jump around the corner. So it's a pretty good place to be. Anything universal you guys want to say about this before we start?
No, it's a good little property. It can hold up to 400 slots, so it's not too big. It's not too small. And it's usually, you'll find most of them decorated to be in the Halloween style, since it comes out this time of year and it's perfectly suited to Halloween decorating. You'll see it a lot that way. Are you practicing your witchy laugh?
I am. Did it sound like a
That's
witch?
pretty solid. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
All right, so I'm gonna creep up here to the door and look over the fence, because this is gonna give you a little view of what this land looks like when you buy it, right?
And I'm gonna creep to the door and put weird zombie sounds in your ears when you're standing there.
You can't
That's what I'm all about.
creeper than me. Let me hear your zombie sounds. Where's your zombie sound? And oh my God, there's a minotaur here. Here's how do you say it? Minotaur or man? How do you say it? Minotaur. What's your minotaur sound?
We gotta hear the minotaur sounds.
Lord,
yeah.
we gotta hear
It sounds
that.
exactly like my normal voice, because I, in fact, in real life, am a minotaur.
Oh my God.
It sounds like my normal voice. I'm a minotaur.
Oh my God.
And I'm
I like
full
it.
of gold.
Have you guys been watching Chaos yet? The Chaos on Netflix with a K?
No. What is that?
Okay. It's all about Greek mythology, but it's set today in modern times, and oh my God, it's hilarious. You have to watch it. And Jeff Goldblum, however you say his name, is
there a guy named Ed who's in love with his mom, but his real name is Oedipus?
Oedipus, you no, his
He's
name
like,
is
hey, I'm Ed.
No, they go by their normal Greek mythology names.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, you have to watch it. You have to watch it.
Okay.
It's an unlimited. I mean, it's a limited series. All right, here we go.
I like that.
We are going to go into a house. Someone in a housing guild that I belong to. I put out a little call and invited anyone who could be here today to kind of join with us if they were available. Unfortunately, everybody is working, but I'm going to go into the White Rose 328. Thank you, White Rose. She or he, isn't it terrible? I'm not sure. I think it's a she, because the White Rose is pretty feminine, isn't it, for a name? But if you're not a female, I'm sorry. Anyways,
hey, White Rose is my middle name. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God.
That Minotaur's got a middle name named White Rose.
Oh my God. Well, we're going to go into this cottage because, let me hop in and you guys I'll let you know when to follow me. This is an embellished property. So it's this property, and then she has brought in decorations, and it's sweet. So it's like the next step up of when you buy a property. Wouldn't you guys agree it's the next step up?
Yeah, to decorate it, put some furnishing packs, some furniture, some creepy, environmental
Come on
stuff.
Come on in.
On the way. But without changing the fundamental structure of the house.
Right.
So it's basically just augmenting what is already there, making it look good, putting it on theme, but not really changing anything about the house itself.
And she calls this the Haunted Forest. Where's our Minotaur? Oh, Minotaur.
Where's the beef?
Where's the beef? So we're just going to walk around and kind of come into the center of the property. You can see she's enhanced her entryway, which is kind of cute. She's got a hag raven walking around.
It's creepy with all the smoke and the big roots of this tree. It's foreboding.
And it's how fortuitous. The land is raining right now as soon as we walk in. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's good. I haven't showered this zombie yet, so
I thought I smelled something. Oh my God.
How
I
is
didn't
it?
want to say anything. But you
the
can
trouble
see.
is if I exfoliate, I lose all my limb.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Be very careful.
You have to be very careful. So I'm just doing a
dry
little.
bath.
Oh my God.
Like a chinchilla.
Well, isn't he a cat? He's a cat, so.
That's true. Yeah, for sure.
And I'm going to go over here because Lord's pointed out something pretty cute. Over in this corner, there's this sweet little jack-o'-lantern just sitting there under the roots of a tree. Didn't you point that out to me, Lords? Or was that you, Stretch?
It was not me.
Wasn't it you, Lords, that said?
It was
"Oh, look at
probably me.
It was probably you." But see how so it's the next step up from buying the property to then decorate it and make it your own theme, and that's exactly what White Rose has done. And I'm just running back here to show you. She's got a traditional graveyard back here, and inside she's got her cottage with a table and chairs and a bed. It's very sweet. She's got a Xander back here in a cage, though. I don't think he's happy about that.
Right? It's like, I'm not a young man.
I'm not a young man. All right, so anybody have anything else about this sharing that you would like to say before I walk out and we go on to our next one?
I just think they did a nice job. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You first, sir.
I was going to say, I think they did a nice job decorating. It's very on theme. It feels very Halloween. I like all the smoke and the pumpkins. Very atmospheric, and it all goes very well with the natural house that you purchase. It goes with the cottage, with the woods and the swamp feel. They've done a really nice job staying on theme.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh my God! I turned and there was bullhorns coming at me. Lawrence, is there anything you would like to say?
Yeah, so the inside of the cottage is done very, very well. Excuse me. I enjoy the usage of the Halloween stuff as well. And I just like, another thing that I really like about this is the way it looks from the front door, and then just the general use of color.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah. And it looks to me like she might have purchased the housing pack, because you get the deer and this little thing here, because and the fish and the stuff for the fireplace. The reason why I know is because I got that too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like all the detail work inside the cabin.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah, it's sweet, huh? Very sweet. Thank you, White Rose, for sharing your haunted forest with us. It's very cool.
That was a good witch laugh. Nice.
So now we're gonna begin showing you our three houses, and mine is the most Halloweenish, and we're gonna start with that one too, and then after that we'll go into Stretches, and then we'll go into Lords and of course each one of us will have something to say before we go in. So the only thing I want to share about my Exorcised Coven Cottage is that it's set like the Covenstead Cottage, the Exorcised Covenstead Cottage, for several years, for probably almost 3 years. I think I've had it for 3 years. Last Halloween, I actually did a full-on witch ritual in it, which I filmed. And it's on the YouTube channel, so you'll just have to go back to Samhain Ritual from the episodes last year. And that was really, really fun. And I kind of had boosted it up at that time and thought it was really cool, that I'd really done a great job. And then this year I gutted it. I took everything out of it.
Oh, wow.
And I reworked it all. And so that's what I'm going to share with you now. And I do want to say one thing. I actually entered it into a housing contest just last weekend, and it won 3rd place. So
hey, that's awesome.
Very
Congratulations.
That yeah, thank you. And the theme of the contest was Halloween. So yeah, I guess I did it okay. All right, so I'm going to step inside and then bring these guys in. And this is what's called a first-person house. In other words, you go out of your normal view, down on the D-pad to first-person view. All right, I'm going in.
I feel like first-person view is the absolute best way to appreciate decorating and housing, because you can see it all close up, and it's like you're really there. You can get a feel for the space.
Well, you're the one that really taught me to do that And for camera work, it's really, I have learned it's really a necessity. So I'm just facing the leave home, the exit, so that you don't see anything yet. And come on in, you guys. And once they're in, I'll turn around and I'll start the tour. This is my second house that I have done what's called reskinning. Is that the proper term, Stretch? Reskinning?
Yeah, reskin. This is less like that, though. You've actually just completely created something new. Like a reskin's typically like if you put a different kind of wall over an existing wall, like you're using the existing structure, but covering it with something that makes it look different. In this case, you're creating from scratch. This is a from scratch build because these stairs and these rocks were not here before.
Okay, so it's partially re-scratched, and then I think I do have some reskinned areas inside. But here, I want to show you. So here we are. We're at the. We come right in, and there's stairs that lead us up through a cave. But I want to show you my little secret spot. Oh, this is a zombie cat. I don't know about him. Anyways.
Cow brains.
Cow. Under here, I have a little. There's a story. I build and create with story. So under the stairs, there's a skeleton here sitting in a chair with his feet being warmed by a fireplace, and there's a tombstone, and you can tell the skeleton is still holding a bottle of wine, and the story is that this dude was mourning the loss of his lover and died in mourning. Isn't that kind of tragic and sad? But that's the backstory. That's the backstory. Here's the witch's warning. All right, shall we go up?
Let's.
All right, let us go up. I was hoping she would turn into her werewolf, because Hildegard here is a werewolf, but she's not gonna turn into her werewolf. And there goes the witch dog that disappears into the wall. I don't know how he does that. He just does. So here's a little monster that we have to jump through his mouth. And I used a lantern for his eye, even though I don't think anybody gets that that's a monster right there. But it is.
I did not know that was a monster. I just thought it was fun that you made us jump through the jaw button.
Oh, you look so funny coming down through there. All right, here we go. So come into my witch's spell, and you're being
nice
blessed.
And creepy.
Yeah, you get blessed right off the bat, but beware of that Nyx, because I have to feed that Nyx all the time, and I forgot to clean out his bones, the victim's bones. So sorry about that. I know it's kind of smelly right in through here, but I don't know what else to say to you. So
I like that sacrificial goat that like wanders up to the front. Like,
well, now that's the black goat. That's the devil.
Little Baphomet.
Did you ever
action
see
over
The
here.
Witch? Did you see The Witch? The movie
No.
The Witch? Oh my God,
Yes.
are you serious? Okay,
I've
Lords
not
has
seen
seen
it.
The Witch.
I have not
All
seen
right.
a lot of horror movies. I get too scared. But I'm starting
Well,
to watch them now, like with a friend. If some, like if Lords will watch them, or if someone will watch them with me, then I'll get to
Well,
them.
this is a
But I won't watch
creepy
them alone.
one.
Too scary.
This is a creepy one. You have to watch it, The Witch. And it's currently on Netflix, I think. Anyways, here's the ritual circle right here. So you would come in, and if we were casting a circle, we'd cast right in here. And if there was an old hag visiting, the hag would be sitting in the place of honor back here. But right now, we just have the ghost skeleton watching. But oh, look at that! Look at that! Lords is doing the ritual.
Oh
He's
wow,
getting it going.
That's why it's kind of happening.
He's getting it going. And
I've been
yeah.
infected.
Oh, you've been infected. You're dancing now, boy.
The zombies can really move.
Zombies really know how to move. There's the black goat. Watch out! Watch out! Don't get in its pathway because
That's right. He's really bad.
He's bad. Oh my
Joke was
god.
really bad. No, I'm just kidding.
It was terrible.
It was awful.
Oh, I was following you, Minotaur. We'll go down this walkway, and this walkway takes us into the other world. And be careful, there are poisonous mushrooms everywhere, so don't touch anything. And now we're going down into the dark zone, the other world. And this is where all the creatures of the night dwell. But, okay, so you know, Flower Child owns this, right? And so Flower Child just has to have pretty, even with ugly. That's why there are pretty trees.
No, so I love all the pretty flowers.
Pretty flowers.
Like there's a skeleton like reaching for this gemstone, but also a lovely set of snapdragons over here on the right.
I know, and
So funny.
and the pool has lily pads in it, and just and this little creepy guy skulking around. He's just the creepiest of all the creeps. But see him right there, rising up out of the water. He's
yeah.
All right. Anyways, every now and then a necromancer comes over and wants to play with this guy, but he's embedded in there, so he won't rise up out of his tomb. All right. Anyways, that's our little extended. And then here's the hag's cottage right here. So I reskinned. Would you say that properly, or did I just? I hit it. I hit it.
Yeah.
Oh no, you reskinned it, yeah, because you covered it with rocks and stuff. So yeah, you totally reskinned it.
So that's a reskin. And then in here, I've got, yes, that's the witch right there, because she doesn't know you guys, so she becomes a hare.
And I like that the Minotaur's immediately sitting at the table reading a book.
I do too, because, you know why? Because there's a sweet roll right there, and there's some drink right there. And
one table needs to watch itself. Is that
There's some brains in this skull.
There is brains in this skull. Do you notice? Gross. So this is the witch's spell, right? And there she is hanging on the wall. I don't know who that is hanging on the wall. And then we look around, and you can tell she's into Mephala, though, the dark one. So. Yeah,
right, my first hint of that was a big statue of Mephala. Was my first clue.
that she was into Mephala.
She might be into Mephala, you guys. There's a huge statue over here of Mephala.
Well, okay, so I started off with this tiny one up here, above, right here where I'm looking at, you see?
Oh, yeah.
And then I went to the luxury furniture, and they were selling Mephala, and I was like, oh, hell yes, that's coming in. Anyways, and so I built a second layer, and this is my private chamber, by the way. And, well, up here is my guide. My guide whispers to me when I sleep. You can see him just peeking out of the bed frame. And I lure all my victims up here with sweet rolls and milk. So you can see there's the sweet roll and there's the milk. And beware.
Here's my favorite thing. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Beware, because I might just shape change you.
I was going to say I'm going to jump into a monkey.
There he is.
No more
there
monkeys jumping on the bed.
On the bed. One little monkey jumping on the bed. One fell off and broke his head.
That was so funny.
I love being a monkey. I love running around. I love seeing myself as a monkey. Wait, I'm going to be a monkey too.
It's fun, the little shape change.
Oh shoot, I'm no longer a monkey. Well, there you have it. This is my Halloweeny place. And so now we're going to dance around the cauldron and wait for Stretch to call us beyond into his abode.
Well, I really like what you've done here. This is a great example of using the property's strengths while in your design, because it's a very creepy place. You've leaned into it, but you've added brand new elements. Got a whole new entranceway, little secret zones. You reskin the hut, turn it into your own thing. It's really fun to see. Really a great job with this flower.
Thank you. It was a stretch for me. It was a stretch for me.
Hi. I see what you did there. Okay, I'm traveling over to mine.
So this is going to be exciting.
So mine is an example of taking the property and doing completely something different with it. Because this does not look like the Coven Cottage at all. Okay, I'm there. You can travel.
You're there? Okay, so now we're going to
all the
travel.
original stuff that you did here, child, is incredible. Yeah. All the work in the beginning, all the color choices, the furniture, actual, what you use to build with it, all that is really cool.
Oh, thank you, Lords. Thank you. Yeah. It was fun. It was a stretch.
That's what they all are, basically, right?
They are,
you start, and then you kind of keep going, and you stretch a little bit, goes and that kind of thing. And,
Right, it's true.
All right, I'm heading over to, we're all heading over to Stretch's Exorcised Coven Cottage. And now you're in for a huge surprise. And at this point, I'm stepping out of the mic, and the mic is now fully under the hands of Stretch.
Well, welcome everybody to my Exorcised Coven Cottage. My goal was to create something different here because, like I mentioned before, this is such a great property for Halloween that almost everybody does that. So almost any time you see this property, it's going to be a Halloween-themed house. So I decided instead of that, I wanted to make something pretty and first person. And so my goal is to create a nice looking place that no matter where you look, you cannot see the Coven Cottage and you cannot see the swamps or the mist or the scary stuff. And so come on up and have a look around.
And can I just comment right away on one thing? If you look out the door, the exit, boom, you can't even tell you're in Glenumbra. You can't, because you've moved a rock. I
stuck a boulder there,
trees, you've enhanced the outdoor surroundings. So that to me is like a detail that goes way beyond that most people don't think about. So
thank you.
That's awesome. Ooh,
I try to take I worked at Disneyland for a while, and one of their philosophies is that when you're in the park is that no matter where you look, you should not be able to see out of the park, that everywhere you look is Disney. And so I use that philosophy when I decorate, that no matter where you look, even if you go to third person, you still don't see the Coven Cottage anywhere, that you only see what I have created.
Oh, I like that. That's a great
So you'll notice when you go
idea.
through any of my builds, I build to that philosophy.
By the way, I'm a huge Disneyland fan. Huge.
Oh, nice.
I used to be, up until last year, a ticket holder, a package holder.
Yeah, and your pass holder.
Key
holder.
Me too. Uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so pretty in here, Stretch.
Yeah.
Thank you. Doesn't look anything like the normal place.
Oh my God, no.
So something that's a fun detail that I love when you're standing on this landing, if you look up the stairs, you can see Meridia up there through that opening. And she's like beckoning you to call. And if you center it up, it can look really pretty.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. And Meridia is our Daedra of light. Or is she an Aedra? Is she an Aedra or is she a Daedra?
I'm not sure, actually.
She's Daedra.
I'm not great with the lore.
She's Daedra, right? Yeah.
I just thought the statue was pretty. It looked good here, so I'm like, I'm going to put it here.
Well, she's the light. Cool. She's the one that when we overcome Molag Bal, it's her light that shatters his realm, and that brings us all back to Tamriel, to Nern. And I love coming into here.
It's so pretty, isn't it? Like, oh, it's a wedding. Look, it's so pretty.
A
little
wedding!
Reception here. Yeah. We got the little gifts and the cake. And it's fun. We got a little bar over there.
We should have
Sticking though with the Halloween
theme
a little bit, I'm making Miri and Stibbins get married. That's kind of a nightmare scenario. So, it kind of keeps with the Halloween theme. Don't forget to look up in the sky. You'll see hot air balloons up there.
Wait,
I've got 3 hot air balloons in this house.
Look at that. How cool. How cool is that? And
Right, there's one back over by the door, too.
Pure creativity. Back down here, you mean?
Well, if you just look straight up, just look up from where you are.
Oh, right there. There's 1, 2 over there. Nice. And then there's one over here. All right. That's a special touch. And I love how you use the red ivy as the strands coming down, like the ribbons coming down. The boxes down from the balloon to the box. This is so unique, Stretch. I know I ooh and ah over it every time I come in here. Aww.
It's fun. I just like that it's a pretty place. You know, it looks good. It looks pretty. It's nice.
Oh, it's totally gorgeous.
It better be pretty.
Right?
I know.
I'm in the front row.
Well, I'm sitting down too.
I figure Mary and Stibbins kind of deserve each other. I'm going to sit on the Stibbins side with him. Because, you know, Mary.
Oh, yeah. Well, pointed it out. Sorry about
it. For those who don't know, every house I decorate, I put Mary in a terrible position. She's either working retail, or she's the person who checks you into the hotel, or she's scooping out the stable, or whatever. You know, it's always some bad thing.
Or she's being killed.
Yeah, or she's being killed, or she's up in a hot air balloon, or she's monster bait. Something like that. It's always funny. So here she's stuck with Stibbins, which I figure is fair.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love your officiant who's writing in his book and Stibbins, right? And Miri, right? Okay. And
who are you again?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Who are you again? It reminds me of that movie, 4 Funerals and a Wedding. Wait, 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Oh, yeah, 4 Weddings and a Funeral. I remember that. With the Andy McDowell back in the day.
Andy McDowell, beautiful Andy McDowell. And, of course, when what's his name was hot, too. But also the comic who did the wedding, he was the officiant. Oh, I can't think of his name.
I don't know. I just always think of the Princess Bride. It's like, marriage is what brings us together.
Oh,
Princess
Bride.
Yeah, Princess Bride makes me laugh every time.
Oh my God, I haven't thought of that in such a long time. I love that movie. Say hello to my little friend. That's Scarface.
Scarface, yeah.
My name is Manuel the teacher, and you killed my father. I forget. What does he say? He says it all the time.
Says,
my name is Indigo Montoya.
Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Prepare to die. Yeah, that's it. Prepare to
Patinkin.
Die. Oh my God, that's so good.
That's one of my favorite movies.
It's such a good movie.
You will.
So good. We should make a Princess Bride house. That's so fun.
Well,
that's a good idea.
What?
Right?
A Princess Bride?
Make a Princess Bride house, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's fun.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. This is so spectacular. I have to come.
Thank you.
I have to stand
fancy.
up here close and personal.
It is. I love all the lights in the trees. They're kind of hard to see, but I put those, what are they called?
The glows,
those moonlit
the
vines in all the trees.
I love the moonlit vines.
Dope.
And the wait, are these the wedding trellises around the sides? Is that what these are with the red flowers? Those are.
Yep, they're the wedding
beautiful.
flower trellises. Yep.
I love
Thank
those.
you.
I love those. Yeah, this is just gorgeous. This is just, and you know what? Here's the cool thing about what you've done here that I don't think viewers or people who know the Exorcised Coven house, because I know that some people out there who are not house builders, but they love to buy own homes and decorate and stuff, they're looking at this going, wait, what? That's not the Exorcised Coven Cottage. How did you do that? Where's the rest of the land? But that's one of the unique things, Stretch, that you do and that you've done here is that you don't use the full property. Nobody ever said you have to use the full property.
Right, that is true. I find it's easier to block stuff off so that you have enough slots to get it to look the way you want to. Some of these houses are just too big. But in this case, I wanted to do something completely new because I wanted to make something pretty, and there's no part for me that there's no part of the Witch's Coven Cottage that's pretty.
That's pretty. No, there's no part.
Other people
Except
might
for,
find it pretty, which is fine. But for me, I like,
well,
flowers and
now,
lights. And,
all right. I'm going to debate with you just a tiny bit.
Okay, bring
Mine,
it.
mine has flowering trees and flowers
That's
growing
true.
in.
But
So
I bet
I
if you
have.
compared mine and yours together, so which one's
Well, there's no
prettier?
comparison. There's no.
But some
There is-
people love that witch's
there.
aesthetic. They love the
Yeah.
gothic, the haunted aesthetic, and it's to them that's beautiful, and I respect that. For me, I like the more like edgy, pretty flower thing.
Okay, and this cake is absolutely. It's the Jubilee Cake 2019. Do you know? I don't remember ever seeing the Jubilee Cake 2019. Isn't that
Oh,
a
really?
sad thing? And it is the most beautiful of all the cakes.
For me, of all the cakes they have in this game, this is the one that I would want to eat because it looks like a really fancy bundt cake. It looks yummy.
It looks yummy, and it's got live flowers. And do you know that when I'm married, of course. When at my wedding, well, I was hand fasted, so it's kind of a different thing. But our wedding cake like this was decorated all with live real flowers too. So it was a very simple cake with flowers all over it, in a nice
That
decoration.
sounds nice.
It was beautiful. So this
That
makes
sounds
me
great.
think about that. This makes me
Oh,
think
that's sweet.
Yeah. Aw. This is
Well, one
So
thing
yeah,
I
wonderful.
so
wanna
that's
say,
it. This is the
too,
little wedding.
is you showed me this house when we were getting to know each other, and for those people listening, Stretch is one of my favorite designers. He does stuff that
Aw.
I don't think like that when I design. I try to think like to me this is like fancy. This looks like something, and I say this to him all the time. He should have his own area in the actual game because this to me is
Agreed.
decorated much finer than most areas of the game.
Oh, I
Period.
agree with you, Lords. I agree
Period.
100%. Yeah. In fact,
Thank you.
would you
course.
please bug him when I'm not around and say to him, would you do the guest special for There's No Place Like Home that Flower's been begging you
I totally
to do
will. I
since
will.
the beginning?
I just want to make sure
And
I'm helping if I can do the stories when we do some of the story houses. I want to read the stories.
all right, well, here's
Yeah.
a tidbit of information for those of you watching and don't know this. I created There's No Place Like Home to do a guest spot for Stretch and to show all of his homes because I think he designs the most elaborate, detailed environments that are way better than in the game that I would gladly quest in any day of the week. So
Thank you.
would you bug him? And then I
will.
and then along comes Lords, and wait until you see his too. We've got two of the finest builders right here. And they're my friends. That's what's so cool about it. They're my friends. My friends.
Let's go see
My favorite
Lord's
part
house.
of this house is everything. Literally. Very well done. You feel like you're walking through an exquisite painting. Awesome.
You are.
Thank you.
Are. Yeah, you're
I
walking
get
through
self-conscious about the center area because I feel like I decorate it by pushing everything to the walls, which I usually hate. But I felt
But
like
it's
for a
an
wedding it would make
entry.
sense because you'd be coming in and out and walking through.
Well,
So it
and there'd
makes
be
sense.
people milling around here before the
Yeah.
ceremony and then after the ceremony, so no, I like it. So there. And if you've been to a wedding, here's the guest book. Here's the guest book to
Right.
sign into. Yeah. And all
I got a
the
little
guests.
ink and little flower quill and everything there.
I know. And the gift
I'm here.
table is here. You're there. So now we're going to go over to, okay, so Stretch, I want to just say
Yeah.
one last thing about your house, about this build. So I fell in love with your style the moment you brought me to your first place. And I'm pretty sure, Lords, like you, this was the first build of Stretch's that I got to see, and I was enamored instantly, and I just wanted to see all his builds. And do you know that he doesn't allow visitors when he's building, so you can't just pop in on him?
That's true. That's why
you know
this
how
house
I
has
know
a
that?
gate. I always have a gate, and every house I build has a gate. It's like, you only get to the gate.
Yeah, if he does allow, if he does say, say, come on over, there's usually, you have to wait for him to appear and let you in because you arrive behind a gate.
Yep, it's true. That's how I dissuade all the stalkers.
Well, all right. Anyways, we're going on over to Lord's Exorcised Coven Cottage now. And I'm en route. And
the idea
with
this one. Yeah, thanks for showing it, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Stretch.
The idea with this one was I wanted it to not look like the Witch's Coven Cottage. So when I started building it, I started messing around with height. There is a thing amongst most of the houses that are connected to a main zone area that it seems like they're able to take advantage of height based on the zone, based on who knows, if they're just whatever. So the idea of this house is one time, long time ago, there was a very powerful wizard, and he got very, very powerful. So he wanted to go live out by himself, right? So he bought this property and he created this whole thing. From the front, it doesn't look like anything because that's part of the spell. Now, he got so powerful, he caught the eye of Molag Bal, who tried to come and get him by dropping a dark anchor on his house, but at the last second, he cast like a spell to freeze everything and stopped it all in action. And that is the Spiral Mansion. Well,
wow.
Love it.
Welcome
So
to
fun.
my
I love when there's a
Spiral
story
Mansion.
behind it, you know. It makes it so much more fun.
Yes. All right, and here we go.
So I don't really build houses per se. I don't really do like bedrooms and stuff like that. So this would be my only foray into that. So what you'll see when you're going around is you'll see commerce areas, you'll see decorated areas, you'll see a bedroom. There's 2 custom balconies, and then there's also a whole upstairs area that you'll see as well too. So it's the idea of a sorcerer's house, a very powerful sorcerer's house.
And does that sorcerer wear a Minotaur outfit?
Sword Minotaur.
All right, lead on, lead on.
Follow you, so I don't block the view of the viewers.
So this is a complete rebuild off the property. I started one way and then I ended a different way. I kind of like that you can see the outside from this one. I kind of incorporated that into it. Because again, he's a loner wizard. Just to be out by himself.
Yeah, you can see some great views from your balconies on here. I love the views.
Yeah, the ocean view is really spectacular too. Uh-oh, lightning striking, be careful.
Right, stuff is going down.
If you stand by the lightning and look up, you're about to see what we're about to go through.
Oh dear. Oh no! Something gonna happen to me if I get struck by that? Phew, I made it through. And your little dog too. Where's that dog of yours? Oh, I like how you put all these little things up here. That's cool.
I love all the colors that you walk through here, and it's just so colorful. All the coral, your use of color here is really fun. And a lot of people pick up on the orange and the green. I love the deep purple that you put in here, and that is a hard color to get, but it's such a nice foundation for all the colors to stand out. Like, what a great contrast.
Very, very
nice.
Thank you. Yeah, very pretty. All right. Look at this. It's almost speechless here because you're so busy looking at so much. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's one of my favorite things about Lord's Built. There's always a million things to look at. It's always on this epic, grand scale. He doesn't do anything small, which is fun.
Which is totally fun, yeah. And that view right there, by the way.
Yeah.
This is a lawn chair and a beer moment right here.
Right? You would pay for that view. Like, that view would cost you.
This is really pretty the way you do this column here, the column of sparkle.
Right, that middle section is so unique.
First
Yeah.
patio. This is the Necron patio.
I love the heat lamps. They look like heat lamps to me.
Oh, look at this view. Wow, this is a great view.
Cool.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Really.
And you can pew pew at the enemies from up here. Pew pew.
You can pew pew. Oh my god, you're too hilarious. For a minute I thought you could pew pee from up here.
Pew pee and pew pew.
Pew pee. Pew pee.
Pardon me while I go take a pew pew. What?
That's beautiful. That's a great view. A room with the view.
This would be the idea of the bedroom and green.
Oh, and who's reading them a nighttime story? That's what I want to know.
Apparently Molad Bald, and the story goes like this: I want to kill you.
So, okay, so, you know, this is a bit of lore. So, you know, Vivek, right? Vivek.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he sought out Molad Bal. And did you know that he married Molad Bal?
Really?
Yes, and in the lore, what it means for two Daedalus to marry is that one of them kills the other.
Whoa, it's like a praying mantis Black Widow situation.
Yeah. So Vivek murdered Molad Bal, of course. He's Daedalus, so he came back. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting.
He was like, again. He liked
again. He like, yeah, more, and they had a child.
Whoa.
Molag Small.
Molag Small, and we know him as the Imp. The Imp, right? The illuminated Imp.
Ah.
That we can turn into the new Five Companions house.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love this part right here, Lords, when you come up this ramp and then you see the gate. I mean, when by the gate I mean the gigantic Dark Anchor way, the Dark Anchor gate. I'm just like, whoa, stuff is going down.
Down. And the other thing is that the shards are all shattered.
Yeah.
It's all part of the spell.
All part of the spell.
Oh, hey, you added an armoire out here.
Yeah, this is the other custom patio.
How high up we are. I can't believe you could build this high.
Don't fall over, you'll die. We're too high. Have you had a contest to see who all dies and who doesn't when they jump off of here?
No.
They're coming up next, everybody. Stay tuned.
Who will die and who will survive? And this is where the spells are made and cast, or stored. Yeah, all the alchemy. Oh boy, I'll tell you what. You're too far into it now. There's no hope for you. Oh, I'm gonna have to teach you something.
Ooh, I just noticed this guy coming out of the sarcophagus. Did you see this flower? This dude is totally coming out of the sarcophagus over here.
It's like her.
It's like Thriller style over here.
It's like. Oh, that's pretty good.
The funk of 40,000 years. Like, totally.
Oh my god.
That's cool.
Oh, you fuck yeah, there, bang. And then if it's not obvious by the amount of lucent orbs and broken crystal shards that you see throughout this entire house, there's a dedication to Westfield at the top.
Oh, I
in the
love
form of
her.
the
And my
throne
BFF.
and
My
gateway and
BFF.
everything.
Look at that. Stretch.
Right?
To my
Your BFF, Ophelia.
Oh. Where is she? Where is she? Okay, here's what I absolutely dig. This replica with the eye inside of it. That is a cool look. That is really cool. Look at that. That
Well, our
makes it look
guard tried to
looks neat.
send that into the house to find him. He said, "No, ma'am.
no ma'am.
Not that."
No, ma'am.
Oh, look at that. And then you have these over here, and the anchor is anchored into the replicant orbs.
Yep.
That's very-
And he's used his spell to also capture the dark anchor as well, too.
I love that. That's a great detail. That's a great detail. Look at how cool this looks up here. I love this up here.
Right? Look at this custom throne he's built. This looks amazing. Assuming that's where the wizard sits.
Yeah. When he takes the candles down. One thing that I will
Right.
say, those are all pieces of achievement furnishings from Westfield. And then one thing I will say is that throne is really, really nice and it's really cool, but I've added lights onto it to light it up so you can see the color of it, but you can't sit
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah. You can't.
Oh, you
tell me
can't sit
about
in
it.
normally.
And-
No.
Wow.
And what
That's what
was
makes
it? Was
weird.
it 50 or 75? It's a ridiculous amount, right? And you
A
can't
lot of money, too.
you can't sit in it. And it's like,
Yeah.
really? I know. I
That's a
checked
bummer.
that out. I checked that because I was going to buy it, and then I went. Oh. But now you've given me hope.
Yeah.
Now you've given me hope. Because that's beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Very, very cool. This all worked, and I love how the trees of the land poke through up here, and you just you allow them to come up as part of the environment up here.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it's fun.
the house is messing up, but it's okay, you know. He's trying to
Yeah.
attack, so it did a lot of weird things to the land, especially closer to the dark anchor. But you know, like I said, it's got that power.
Power.
Yeah.
I've
Not
got the
fast.
power.
He casted his ulti.
Right? Totally.
Oh my god, that's too hilarious. I love
I just love how
bubble.
epic this
That's
is and how far up we are. It's so cool.
I know. I want to carefully.
Let me give this a recommendation.
Can I go to the edge?
Yeah, so the edge of the property is right here. If you see where I'm running at, you can't run
Okay.
any further forward than that. Also,
Okay.
when you jump across over here, you'll reach the end of the property right here. But you can go around to the front,
Ooh, nice.
and that's
Oh, I
not
see
the end
it.
of the
Yep, I see it. Oh, are you jumping? Did you jump?
I just was wondering if you could, and the answer is you can.
And did you die? You didn't.
Oh shoot! I
You
just fell off.
died.
Ah.
I did not die.
Oh my god, I
I didn't
fell on
die
top
either.
of the arrival point, so I didn't die, but my health did go down. Oh my god, I'm dying.
I need to
I'm
put another
bouncing.
crystal up there. I just
Shit.
noticed that you still see that upside down view.
That's
Oh,
fun.
all right, so let me come back to
But-
the entrance. I'm back to the entrance.
That's my spiral mention.
Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah,
This
this
is
is cool.
Yeah, it's you've got so many parts in here, and you haven't even used all of your slots.
I know. I'm still trying to determine what the last couple of little things will be.
Wow, that's amazing to me.
I want more
stuff.
lights on the crystals when you first walk in, but I don't want it to be like too bright. I don't know. I have so many different things. You know how it is. Every time you get
Yeah.
to the end, you always have 20 ideas, but when you're starting, you can't figure anything out.
100%. That is super true. Absolutely true.
But don't you think it's an evolutionary process anyways?
It is.
Yeah.
It just keeps polishing the refinement. The refinement is ongoing, and even after you say it's done, right? Even after you say it's done, how many times do you come back in and change things up?
Oh, I know I need a crystal on the top of this. I didn't think you could see that roof on part of it from the front of the house, but I need to
See,
go
look
put
at
one of
that.
those in. It'll be done though. I mean, honestly, once I say it's done, it's done. I won't
You
go
don't work
back
on
and
it.
change anything. Because
Same.
Okay.
I never go update. It's a time capsule for me.
I like hearing that. And I have another question for you both. Where are you? There you are. Come here. So, when you build something, and if Stretch was with us, he'd be in the picture too. Oh, there he is. Oh, look at. When you build something, and like you both have just said, it becomes a time capsule for you. And because I had to wait for you, Stretch, to come, I have forgotten the question I was going to ask you both. So let me think about that for just a moment. It was really a good question to wait. Where are you going?
Oh, nice.
Where are you going, Minotaur? Come back here. Don't leave.
Where's the beep?
Okay, so we were talking about time capsule, and when something's done, it's done, and
That makes you feel better.
makes you feel better, and then you're free. It's like you free yourself to go on to something else.
That is so creepy. The dance is so funny. Like the Minotaur dancing. That's
Trying
like
to
something
help
you
you
do
remember.
not see in the game. It's so funny.
Well, I can't remember what it is, so I just took a peek, and we have 50 viewers. Hi, 50 viewers.
Hey, everybody.
Thank you
Hey.
so much for tuning in. This was an unexpected process today. You know, it's one of my roving specials for There's No Place Like Home, even though I did
Yeah,
put
it's
it on the
fun.
calendar. But hi, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I truly appreciate you. And I wish I would invite you to put a question into the chat, but you have to be a subscriber to do that. Sorry, subscribe today and become part of our cult. Did I say that right?
Sounded pretty good. And quite a sales pitch you got there.
So,
So no luck, you didn't think of the question?
well, it was really relevant. It had to do with the next phase of building. Well, I'll think of a different question. All right, so here's just a different question that's popping into my mind. As an experienced builder, when you're done, and you keep it as a time capsule. How long before you are ready to move on to a new build? Do you have to take a break from building for a little bit to get your creative juices going again, to receive a vision for a new build? What's your process?
Lords?
I am a musician, so everything comes to me like in the form of a song. Like I don't verbalize that too much, but I've probably sang 3 times even as we've been recording this. So I always think of in Stretch knows, because we've hung out through I think about 4 or 5 of the builds that I put together. I get stuck at times, but I always go back to these are a few of my favorite things. Yes, you have to do your favorite things. If like on top of everything, it's a great way to express something that you just want to see, right? Like you want to make a haunted house, make a haunted house. Do it, you know. But have a running list in your head, you know. I kind of stopped after I did my Alice in Wonderland build because I was kind of like, what do I do next? What do I like? I've kind of done everything that I like. And then I kept talking with Stretch, and we were talking about the name of that property I'm building on is Stillwater. and there's this wonderful line quoting scriptures, still waters run deep. So I wanted to make like maybe a church and call it that.
Oh.
But then I was like, I don't really have stuff to make a church, considering I've been purchasing from the luxury vendor, and it's been up at the doom, gloom, and chaos. So that idea, just while I was talking about that and knowing that I wanted to build with Eleanor and all these other things, led to me basically, and now I'm making a castle.
Okay.
Bad castle. It's gonna be all for China. Very expensive.
Which land are you using for that?
Stillwater.
Oh, Stillwater. You already
Stillwater
said that,
retreat.
yeah. And that's a cool place too because it's wide open.
Well, you have that little entry room that's like kind of dwarven when you walk in, and then after that you go out to the frozen lake.
Yeah.
We'll see if I can fix this. I've got almost 700 pieces in there because it's a storage house right now. But I want to be able to use the frozen lake and have the castle there, have it all look organic, and it's going to be a challenge. Yeah.
Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So.
I can't wait either.
I bet. How long have you already been working on it?
Gosh, I don't even think I've had that house for a month yet.
Okay.
Maybe. At about a month.
A month?
I told Stretch I've got some. I've even showed him too. I'm trying to flex my decorator muscle a little bit with this castle because I want it to be a skyline when you walk in to the actual frozen lake part, because that's where the castle's going to be at. I want to build a very convincing castle skyline that makes it look 4 or 5 times bigger than it actually is, but then also to fill it up and make it new furnishing plans. We're talking Colovian, all that stuff. Can't wait. It's gonna be wild. It's wild.
I can't wait. Oh my god. That's inspiring. That's inspiring.
Yeah.
So now the same original question goes to you, Stretch.
So for me, there's a couple things. I need to be inspired to decorate. I have to really want to do it. And a lot of what inspires me are the lore books in the game. And so I'll be reading. I'm a person who reads all the lore books. And as you know, I'm a voice actor. I like to read stuff out loud. And so I'll read it. And if I get real good visuals when I read it, or it's an entertaining story, or I feel like I could do something with it that's really fun, then I'll go and build that. Or if I'm not finding a lore book in the game, almost all of my builds have some kind of story behind it, same as like what you were talking about earlier. And so for me, it's really being inspired by that story and wanting to express it and share it with people and bringing it out. So for me, I'll make a build and it'll usually be a little bit of time before I start the next one, usually, because I'm looking for that inspiration, and I'm not a great multitasker. I'm really good at one thing at a time, and so I like to finish it, put it in a box, say it's done, put a bow on it, and then wait for the next thing to strike me, and then go on that.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So do you think Lords has DC'd?
He did. That is unfortunate. He's had enough of us. He's like, see you later.
He's like, bye, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Right, totally got done.
It's done. It's over. Out, over and out. So, okay, Stretch.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. How many houses a year do you think you do?
It really varies. So this will be a personal thing. So I have health issues that I deal with, and a lot of times when I'm decorating, it's because I don't feel good and not like well enough to do other things that are more high impact. And so I like to use decorating as a way to be a good distraction and to kind of channel the negative feelings or what I'm going through into something that's usually pretty. I usually try to make something nice to look at. And so if I'm feeling great, you won't see me build anything for a while. And if I'm not feeling great, you might see me go from one to the next to the next. I would say I probably do on average 2 or 3 houses a year.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And it's you don't buy things, isn't that correct? You rely on achievements and crafting. Is that correct?
Correct. I also do commission work, so people will hire me to build houses for them. So I make a lot of good gold in game by creating things for other people. And then I use the in-game gold to either buy crowns to obtain houses or just pay for the house with gold outright. But yeah, I don't pay any money to ESO aside from the $15 a month. Everything you see that I've done is because I've built houses for people and they paid me, and then I used that gold to build my own things, to fund my own projects.
So
if anyone out there is looking for a designer, let me know. You want to hire me to decorate for you, I'm happy to do it.
And to torture us, what's your going rate?
I charge $3 million for a house, for a big house from scratch.
So
if you've got a big 700 slot house and you want a house that doesn't use the existing structure, I'll build all new structures, all new paths, like I do for my own builds. It's less expensive if it's going to be just, put in some furniture, make it look nice, or if it's a smaller house, I would charge less. But that's my going rate for the large houses.
And that's to design an environment and to build it. And do your patrons, I guess is what they'd be called, when they meet with you, do they tell you what they're looking for, or do they leave it up to you to create for them?
A lot of times they'll have a house that they don't know what to do with, and they'll have a lot of items that they like. So they'll have things that they've dug up, or they'll have things that they were achievements that they got that they would like to display, or trophies and that kind of stuff. And so a lot of times I'm asked to build something that highlights their achievements in the games, the things they've found, and then I'll talk to them. What kind of environment do you like to spend time in? Where do you want to bring your friends? What are you going to use this house for? What's the purpose of this house? And all of those things kind of clue me into what they're looking for. Although sometimes they might have an idea. I want a dueling coliseum with prisons and cages, but I don't know how to build it. But I will go in and build that for them. So it kind of depends on the client.
Cool. That's really exciting.
It's fun. It's so weird to build for someone else and hand it off. It feels like giving away your baby. I'm like, see you later, baby. Be good.
I know. Do they give you unlimited access to it?
Yeah, they have to give me designer access. And they have to put all the things down, and then I move it around.
And then you move it around, yeah. And then, of course, you have to bring in new things, new items.
Exactly. I'll craft things and have them put it down for me and stuff,
Yeah. Well, I know Lords needs to say goodbye to us for today, and I just want to really, from the bottom of my heart, thank both of you for making this special, so special. And I think that you both are the cat's meow.
Ah, you're sweet. Thanks for featuring us today. It's so nice. It's really fun. And thanks everybody for watching and checking out what we're building. It's nice to share our art and creativity with you, and especially you too, Flower. Thanks for highlighting us and spending time with us today.
My pleasure. Any time. And Lords, I've already done a special. He's been a special guest on There's No Place Like Home. And I believe we're going to be having another special guest episode either in November or December, right, Lords? We talk about because he's got some more phenomenal builds, and we ended last time with his Wizard of Oz stretch, just so you know, the rabbit hole
Wizard
one.
of Oz.
So that
Alice in Wonderland.
The rabbit. I mean Alice in Wonderland. Maybe that means maybe that means Wizard of Oz is coming your way. I don't know. That'd be dope.
Yeah, that's fine.
And look I'm dressed as Wicked today, so I got part of it going for ya.
I guess that makes me the Flying Khajiit.
Well, you're the Scarecrow right now. You look like the.
Oh yeah, there you go.
You're the Cowardly Lion.
Oh, good. That's better than Scarecrow. I'm like, I have a brain. I promise.
I have a brain.
Hey, welcome back.
Well, so I guess we're coming to a close, and with that said, I just want to go on forever. I don't want to stop, but I know we have to. And I've gone over my hour, and that's a rare thing that I do for the There's No Place Like Home. And I do want to thank, I'm going to do another quick look. I do want to thank, there's 49, we lost one person, but there's 49 viewers still tuned in. So that's pretty
Thanks,
awesome.
everybody. That's amazing.
Thanks. And I want to wish everybody a very happy Halloween. Trick or treat. Get me something good to eat. You can get on my good side by sending me a dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate. But anyways, all right. I guess that's it. That's all we wrote. So this is Flower Child 567.
And Stretch 002.
Yeah, and we're saying adieu to you and you. Bye, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow for... What's tomorrow? Tuesday. Oh, Tuesday. I'll probably be doing Treasure Hunter. I don't know which Treasure Hunter maps I'll be doing, but yeah, I'm going to go get some more stuff. Bye, you guys.
Bye, everybody.